I said I would make this video like a month and a half ago, but I wanted to take some time to actually use this thing and really get a feel for it before I gave my opinion. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. So what I have here today is the ASI Black Fanta, and more specifically, this is the ASI Ulsan lever, kinda. I'll get into that in a little bit. But this is the lever that ASI custom made for Ulsan, designed to his specs. This is a Fanta style lever. It uses a Fanta style grommet. This body right here is made from Delrin. It's machined Delrin, so the specs are very tight, with very tight tolerances. It uses these switches. These are Omron A6 switches. These are very nice switches in my opinion. They might be my favorite switches. Either these or the Ulsan A3s, but these are very good. They have a good feel to them. They're very clicky. The resistance when you activate the switch feels pretty good. Very tactile feel. You know when the switch is getting activated. This comes with a ball bearing actuator instead of a conventional actuator like this. It's supposed to help with smoothness when you're rolling it between, you know, going from your cardinals to your diagonals, just moving around. It's supposed to help with the smoothness. I can't really tell personally, but it's nice to have, I guess. There's a lot of carbon fiber accents that come with this. So there's carbon fiber dust washer right here. This is very nice. I like this. And then capsule top, or maybe it's a bean top, has a carbon fiber ring. Goes all the way around. This is a very nice looking lever. The face plate looks nice, which I mean honestly doesn't matter because no one's ever going to see it, but it's still a nice detail. This lever actually comes with its own special grommet. This is an ASI orange grommet. It's made specifically for this Ulsan lever. You can't get it on its own. You have to buy this lever if you want to get it. This is what a conventional Fanta style grommet looks like, versus something like, say, this crown grommet. ASI has their own special grommet. It's designed like this, where they have these holes here. There's some rods inside the Black Fanta body that will go through here that help increase tension. It has these cutouts in the corners versus your cardinals, like you know, your left input right here has all of the rubber there. This is to help you find your diagonals more easily. So there's less resistance in the corner, and then when you hit your cardinal, there's more resistance. Some people like this, some people don't. I am a fan of it. I think it actually helps me find my corners a lot easier. But the grommet inside the Ulsan lever looks like this, except it's orange. It has its own unique tension, which is significantly high. I'm not gonna lie. I usually play with you know, a Crown 45 ST grommet in my Neo, and that one's pretty stiff. And I want to say the Ulsan is either that stiff or maybe a little bit more. But personally, I like high tension. If you don't like high tension, you may not like the Ulsan lever. So getting back to what I meant in the beginning when I said this is kind of the Ulsan lever. When I got this lever, I liked it. It was pretty good. It felt very nice to use. It was very smooth. I liked the tension. The only thing was finding corners in this thing is very difficult. It comes stock with a circle collar. I replaced mine with a squircle one. That helped a lot with finding corners. I also upsized the bearing. This one comes stock with a 16mm bearing, and I changed it out to a 16.25, and that in combination with the new collar helped with the corners. I went from struggling to get corners consistently to hitting them like every time. So the quality of this lever is it's a very high quality lever. It's very premium compared to something like this Sanjix V7. This is you know, instead of Delrin body, this is machined aluminum, but it's still very good. You can compare the bodies here. This has a lot more weight to it, which I kind of like. It feels very sturdy, like it'll never break. This one feels good too, but there's definitely something special about having an aluminum body, just in my opinion. But these are both very good levers, both Fanta style. In the beginning, when I was switching from this to this, I didn't really like the Ulsan lever, mainly because of how inconsistent the corners were. I couldn't get used to it. It was very smooth. My wave dashes were good, and I had to go from doing a conventional Korean backdash, you know, back down back to doing the quarter circle motion because I couldn't get my corners. So I was like, in the beginning, I liked this a lot more, and maybe I still do. I'm not sure yet. I've only had this for 2 months. I've had this for maybe 6 before I switched. But in the beginning, I liked this more. Then over time, after I modified this, got the new collar and the bigger actuator, and I was able to consistently hit corners, I'm starting to think this might be better. And comparing the two, price-wise, they're close, but this is just a little bit more expensive. So this from IST Mall, I want to say it was like 127 or so dollars, something like that. This from ASI's website is 135, I believe, but with shipping, which was about 30 bucks. This is almost $180 plus tax. I think I actually paid $180 for this, 180. This with shipping and tax and everything, and I got the cheaper shipping. I think this was maybe 140. So about $180 for this, more expensive. But when I got it, I didn't really like it. I had to modify it, so I had to get this collar, which was about $17. I had to get a bigger actuator. That was like another couple bucks, maybe $5 to $8. So in total, I spent well over $200 on this thing because I had to pay for shipping for everything. So is this worth it? I would say for me, if I did modify it and I just use it as is stock, it wouldn't be worth it because it's just so expensive and it wasn't as good as the Sandrix V7. But after modifying it, after spending all that money, it's a very good lever. Money aside, if I don't think about how much I spent on it, it's very good. This is a very premium lever. The quality is there, the performance is there, so I like it. But when I think about how expensive it was, maybe I never should have bought it. But it's been my daily for, like I said, the past 2 months. And after my mods, I actually really, really like it. Yeah, I mainly just use it for Tekken. And in Tekken, it does very good. I don't know how it would do in 2D fighters. I don't actually play those games. But let me throw this in my stick. I'll show it off a little bit. Yeah, go from there. Alright, so here we are in game. I have my lever. Put it in my stick. It's a quick demonstration. So when I first got this out of the box, I couldn't really hit my corners consistently, like I said. So when I was trying to backdash with Brian, I would like get this. I would get like a backdash, and then I would get this quarter circle back, and it was really annoying. For most people, it wouldn't be an issue, right? Because you would just do the quarter circle back method. But for me, since I played Brian and I couldn't backdash consistently, and I kept getting sway back, it was really making me mad. So I was like going back to my Sandrix V7, but I was like, man, I spent all this money on it. I don't want to just use it for a couple days, not like it, and go back. So I stuck with it, and I was getting more consistent with it, but I kept on getting this quarter circle back like every now and then when I was backdashing, more than I normally would anyways. So what I did was, like I said, I replaced the collar. I got a squircle collar, and I upsized the actuator from 16mm to 16.25, and that solved my issue like almost immediately. My corners are much more consistent. I can backdash super smoothly with Brian. I don't have to do any like shortcut method like quarter circle back. And then like after doing that, like I was like immediately like, okay, yeah, this lever is actually very nice, because the tension, I think the tension's pretty high for most people, but for me, I really like it. It snaps back to neutral very fast. It's very dramatic too. So like if I flick this bean right here, I don't know if you can see it too well, but yeah, it snaps back to neutral very fast. Very good resistance. With this thing, quarter circle motions are very smooth. Like you can get sway back moves without even seeing the sway come out. Like very, very consistent quarter circles. I like that a lot about it. Since it returns to neutral so fast, movement on this thing just feels very good. Like I like my Sandrix V7 a lot, but I think this just feels so much more smooth. Just moving around on this thing, it feels very fun. This is also like a very Mishima friendly lever. Wave dashes on this thing are very smooth. Like, I'm not even trying, I'm just moving my hands in the general motion for the wave dash, and it's coming out. So if you play Mishimas, this lever will be very friendly to Mishima players. So overall, after my mods, I really like this lever. Out of the box, it just wasn't for me, and I kind of regretted spending the money at first. But after making my changes, I'm actually very happy with this thing. Do I recommend this? For the money, you could probably get a better lever out of the box. But with that being said, you do get access to ASI's ecosystem, and even though the barrier to entry is kind of high, you know, I spent plus with shipping, this was like $180. Even though that's a very high barrier to entry, you get access to their ecosystem, which is like very robust, many different grommet tensions, and you know, with their, you know, they have a conventional grommet and the dual tension one with the easier to find corners. You can get your tension how you like it. They have a bunch of different collar options. They have different bearing options. They have different shaft options. So you can really customize your ASI lever to your needs and what you like. So that's one of the great things about ASI. The only thing is it's just very, very expensive. So if you have the money and you want to try it out, it's definitely premium lever. It's very good. Otherwise, I'd say if you want a good Fanta lever, get like a Sanjix V7. Honestly, and this is me personally, I still think to this day my favorite Korean lever out of the box, no modifications needed, is the Need Neo. That's probably my favorite lever. Actually, I actually still have mine right here. This is my Need Neo. I have my Obsidian. It's not plugged in, but to this day, every now and then I still want to go back and use this. That's why I keep it in my Obsidian, so I don't have to like swap it out from my arcade stick. If I would get the craving to use the Need Neo, I just plug in my Obsidian. This is a very good lever. This is my favorite lever out of the box. No modifications needed. But the Ulsan lever with the mods I've done is probably my new favorite.